Am I live on YouTube right now? I am. Well, that's sweet. Would you look at that? Would you look at that?
It's a little higher.
No.
I'm in a subway right now.
Okay. I don't know where the best place for me to be is. You know what I'm saying? And to edit. Um. Boom. Maybe up over here. No. Maybe right here. Okay. I'm doing a reaction video for Last Stream on the Left. I might do all of these at some point. I don't know. I just really love the Last Podcast family, and I just wanted to do this. I just felt like it. So here it is.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last stream.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Hey, what's up, everyone? How are ya?
Pump it up!
Uh-oh, it's getting pumped up. Welcome to the Last Stream on the Left. I am Ben Kissel. That's Marcus Parks.
Hello.
And with us as always,
Henry Zabrowski from Heroes Reborn on NBC.
Stu.
Now listen, Thursdays at 8 p.m. We're coming back. I'm doing it on my own. It's a live stage show this time. What I'm doing is I'm going to be a psychic guy in a wheelchair who always shits himself.
Oh, that's going to be an amazing superpower for you to have.
Heroes is not coming back.
Heroes is never coming back because they made video game graphics that were so bad, they were forced to be off the air
It's a whole
forever.
thing of contention because there was a lot of money that was actually dumped into those very terrible graphics. But what are you going to do about it?
Cancel the show.
Cancel the show. All right, so obviously, some of you are listeners to the Last Podcast on the Left. Some of you aren't. So Last Podcast on the Left, it's a true crime show, paranormal, a lot of macabre. Henry goes crazy when discussing aliens.
Fuck you!
And Marcus goes crazy when researching multiple murders.
Yes.
Yes, well that's just also personally and it takes a toll.
Yeah, it takes a large toll on many relationships.
It absolutely does. But the thing with Last Podcast on the Left, we usually cover stories that have already been But because we get to do a live stream, we can discuss serial killers and serial killer activity in real time.
Actually, like the Olympics, right?
Well, actually, more up to date than the Olympics. And there's no spoilers here.
Because the thing about the Olympics, right, is that it's just ways for people to get places that now they get awards for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was watching the Olympics today, and somebody from Canada, she won the trampoline. And of course she won the trampoline because it's the socialism of all sports, the safety that is down there. It's ridiculous and sad.
She just bounced
Trampoline!
So what does she do for trampoline?
You just bounce up and down like you're an NBA mascot.
I'd go pay $75 to see that in Vegas called Cirque du Soleil.
I love it. But I did watch Equestrian Dressage.
I hate that shit. It's literally just beating a horse till it dances.
Oh, that's
And then
ridiculous.
literally, like 90 countries get together, they literally beat and torture a horse until it fancy dances, and then they get awards for it.
This might be a little bit German of me, but how else do you get something to dance? You beat it. Don't you just beat it?
Sometimes it's just joy.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes it's just joy, but technically that's how Zydeco music was made.
That's true.
Yeah.
And because we're live, we're also going to have the unbelievable ability, believe it or not, believable. I'm going to say believable
You should
8
actually
more
should
times.
just believe it because it's real.
That's
It's actually-
5
very real.
believables. We get to take phone calls. So call this number, 413-961-4263.
This is an old episode. Don't call this number.
That is 413-961-4263. It's on the bottom of your screen. And much like Miss Cleo, I'm going to say, call me now.
Very good impression.
Thank you so much.
On the phone calls, if we can keep the racial slurs to a minimum, I'd say up to 4.
I think you...
Can we legally get away with 4 racial slurs?
You're the
broadcast
concern for racial slurs.
what am I gonna do? I'm unpredictable. But the calls are extra unpredictable.
Yes, and our audience is very diverse and a wonderful bunch of loving people who enjoy dark things. All right, so let's get into the first story. We're going to go all the way to the beautiful sandy lands of Arizona, Phoenix, that is.
There's a new serial killer on the loose in America right now. He is completely and totally unknown. He has
This is
killed
old.
and or wounded 9 people at this point. His MO is to sneak up to these people after dark while they're either sitting in their cars or standing in front of their house. He's been operating for 6 months now.
We got a new boy.
Yeah.
We got a fun
This
new
is
boy, and I can't wait to
August
see him.
12th,
I wonder what he looks
2016.
like.
Well, we have no idea, and we're not going to profile.
Well, I'm gonna say I just hope that he's handsome. Because I'm sick of these ugly serial killers. We need a
Let's
new
look it up.
guy out front making serial killer sexies to bump our numbers.
I'm going to say I believe that he's probably ugly because he's killing people while they're sitting in cars. He's not even attractive enough to approach them without a huge automobile in between.
I don't know if I can do that.
I mean, there's something about people sitting in cars. What are you doing? You're guaranteed to get possibly shot.
No, sometimes you're just hanging out like you want to finish listening to I Can't Stop This Feeling anymore because you're thinking about Debbie and you're in the car and you just want to
well.
wait till it ends. And so you get shot then, that's a blameless crime. But if you're sitting there like literally staring at a little boy coming on a playground thinking you're going to put him in a sack so you can take him home and teach him how to like do like Willy Wonka without his own house, get stuck inside a chocolate tube, then you get shot. That's your problem.
We did have one rule. We weren't going to mention Debbie. Hey, you know what? Who cares?
Who cares? This guy, much like another killer who snuck up on people in their cars and shot them, he has killed 6 people so far. He's wounded 3. He has now tied David Berkowitz, a.k.a. the Son of Sam.
You know he's found God, but he's really, really upset.
Yeah?
David Berkowitz, that is.
He's very, very upset that he's sitting in jail like right now and he just finally be like, oh God, why am I getting tied? This is unbelievable. I'm not going to Arizona. They say it's a dry heat. Check my pants. Oh, nothing dry about my plums. Oh, they're dripping salty. Oh God.
He's got drippy plums, but a desert grundle.
Oh God. I saw a
Yikes.
coyote and I'm like, I'm allergic to cats. What's a coyote gonna
That's,
do?
that's human dookie, sir.
Oh, thank you. Should I say thank you to a Native American? I'm sorry for what happened to you. I only kill women.
The Berkowitz. It's tough to say who's having a better time, David Berkowitz or Richard Speck, in prison. Obviously, the late Richard Speck.
Oh, yes, and
But
we
we're-
will be getting to Richard Speck later on in this show. This guy right here, his first murder was actually his 3rd attempt, and that first murder happened on April Fool's Day.
That's
And when
not a
Ronald
funny
Reagan,
prank, yeah.
it's not funny. When Ronald Reagan ran for the presidency, he ran once and he lost. He ran twice and he lost. Just like this man, he was shooting at cars, missing every time. The 3rd time is the charm, unless of course you were the victim.
So you're applauding him.
No, I'm not applauding him.
I
I'm just
also
saying
just-
try again.
I'm just saying you're applauding him.
I'm
You're
not applauding
excited
him.
about what he does. But I will say I agree with you. I'm also excited because it helps us in the end. I don't think people should be murdered again. I don't want to blame the victim here.
Are we still talking about Ronald Reagan or the serial killer?
Both.
Oh,
But he is truly, I mean, he's a pussy because he's shooting people.
oh
Yeah.
You
absolutely.
got to get up and close if you really want to kill somebody. You want to smell their tit sweat.
Well, that's a power control killer right there. Power control killers prefer to get up close and personal. They usually either strangle or they stab. This guy, he's a serial shooter. He's more
Maybe-
probably a missionary killer, or a thrill killer would probably be a lot more accurate with
Are
this
we
guy.
sure that he just doesn't hate cars? And civilians happen to be inside of them.
He's
Do we
just
know
like,
that?
he lost his license due
I'm
to
gonna
something
look
like
this
he
up.
can't see colors, so he's between red and green. He's driving a smart car around.
If I see another Pinto,
Well, the only connection between these murders, because as we know, a lot of times serial killers have a type. There's a bunch of different ages and a couple of different races, but the one connection is that they mostly happen in one neighborhood in Phoenix called Maryville.
now how many people live in
Maryville.
Maryville? Can't you just go door to door and start sniffing everyone's gun, and whichever one smells like it was just unloaded on somebody, that's the
honestly,
person who did it?
In Maryville, fucking Arizona, there's obviously going to be a lot of people with guns that have been recently fired.
That's
it's
true.
Arizona. You're
I know.
protecting yourself from not only coyotes, but also like literally like there's bugs everywhere.
Yeah.
You wakes you up in the middle of the night, you got a gun underneath your pillow, you can just start shooting immediately.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes you pick off a family.
I mean, even the plants in Arizona will stab you.
It's just a
Cactus.
dangerous animal. And also, you got scorpions everywhere.
Yeah.
And scorpions just look like moving dangerous dirt.
And people think the desert is nice, but it actually gets cold at night.
Who has ever said the desert's nice?
I thought it was kind of nice.
You just, because you looked at it from the windows of a hotel.
Oh, that's correct. It was a painting.
Yeah.
Well, this neighborhood, Maryville, is predominantly Latino, and since it is Arizona, some people are thinking that it might be a racially motivated crime.
No way. Arizona
but-
is a very civil state. Very sweet. No racial bias in Arizona. It's fine.
None whatsoever. But if what we know about serial killers is that most of the time they tend to kill within their own race, with
Right.
the exception of people like Jeffrey Dahmer, who killed predominantly black and Asian people.
But now, obviously, Jeffrey Dahmer, though, is sort of transcended because he did kill within his same orientation.
Yeah.
You kill within the groups of people that you are most comfortable around.
It's like rummy.
It is.
Where it's like suits and like numbers, right? Isn't that how rummy works?
I don't know, but you said suits, which is today's code word for me to mention.
No,
Joe's.
no,
Joe's
you
Bank.
family. I actually
Yes.
think legally you cannot do a Jose Bank commercial, and I think it's Jose Bank.
No, it's not. His name is Jose, and then it's a bank.
His name is Jose?
I guess so.
That's fucked up.
Some people say
That's
it's
dumb.
short for Joseph, but I don't believe it one bit.
How lazy do you have to be to call somebody Joseph? His name's Joseph. And lazy enough to make premium.
Apparently it's true.
The best coats money can buy.
Literally, it closes in 3 weeks. You can't even make money from them.
Yeah.
Well, this killer could possibly be multiple killers because as few witnesses
It was
as
one
there
guy.
are, a lot of witnesses say that after the shootings, they see multiple cars speeding from the scene.
Or it's somebody who has access to cars.
Yeah, it could be a valet, it could be a
Or
parking
people are
attendant.
just scared and they're
somebody-
running away.
or-
Like multiple trains, like Starscream.
Yeah, this might just be a really interesting, large, elaborate marketing scheme from Hollywood to promote Multiplicity 2.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the electric rail system.
They called this guy the serial street shooter. On May 8th of 2017, he was charged with the shootings. His name was Aaron Susto. Serial street shooter.
That's what they're trying. They're trying to kill people around cars, so people want to use magnet trains.
Yeah.
Because you know, magnet trains, you can go from LA to New York in like 4.5 seconds, but your guts get all smashed up.
If I see a Pinto.
I just see you getting mad at cars because you're too big to get in them.
I was actually too large to get into a car one time.
Seriously?
It was a yellow Geo Metro convertible. I owned it and I was longer than it. I would measure it the same way that a Cobra measures the person that's taking care of it.
Get in that car. That's 1.5 Kissel's big.
There's multiple pictures of me. I would drive around in it, and somebody hit it in a parking lot, and I'll never be happy again. But I was longer than a car that I had for multiple years. Well, I was a delivery driver for Jimmy John's Subs in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
What a frightening delivery driver you must have been.
I've got your food.
Take my my wife.
Yeah.
She loves to fuck.
Oh my God.
Take her, split her open. Anything but me. Anything but me. Save my son. He'll be president.
Yeah. Strange payment policies. Actually, I did have a problem. At the end of the month, people would usually pay me in booze and marijuana, and at the end of the month, they'd be like,
You're the most bribable delivery boy of
Yeah.
all time. Yeah.
I was just enjoying the trip. And then at the end of the month, I'd be like, but I need some cash because the landlord requires, money.
Because you keep showing up with just fucking marinara stained weed nugs. It's like, so we solid.
Good, cool.
Well, this guy in Arizona, he's not the first, he's not the second, he's not even the third serial shooter in Phoenix, Arizona in recent years. In fact, one police spokesman said, quote, "We do seem to have had our share."
You know what it is? Air conditioning. I literally think that some serial killers can't take the heat. It's like 110 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning in Arizona.
Yep.
He's just sitting in his window in his car, like listening to the radio going, like, just like, I ain't going out there. Go out there.
I see. So it's the air conditioning in the
Inside
car.
of his
I ain't
own
going out
car.
there.
If you were to run for governor of Arizona right now or mayor of Maryville, you would say cut all air conditioning out of cars.
Back to carriages.
Back to
I
carriages.
say we take the whole town, we bring it back to Westworld.
Right.
And all of Arizona, let's bump it back to like one of those like rodeo like stunt shows.
I agree.
That they only hire rapists to work at.
We hear about drive-bys, but you never hear about a horse and carriage buy.
No,
So that's a
absolutely
good
not.
point, Henry.
Well, back in the day, they killed millions of Native Americans in horses and carriages.
You could argue that,
That was easy for them because they just showed up and said, "We're ghosts." And they're like,
Yeah.
"No, oh, that is so. Oh, cannot kill a ghost. It is illegal in Native American laws." And then they're like, "Bam, bam, bam, bam!" Like, "Got you. You just got parked."
that was your Native American accent?
Actually, Marcus says it much better.
Yeah. We do not appreciate the white man's deception.
Good point, Marcus. Thank you. And good point, Native Americans.
Well, these shootings may be related to a spree last year in Phoenix in which 11 cars were shot. When asked if these shootings were linked, a spokesman said, quote, "We're just ferreting all this out."
They're doing what?
Ferreting.
Ferreting?
Ferreting.
So they used the name of the animal, ferret,
Yeah.
as a verb.
As a
Don't
verb.
ferrets just like eat through garbage and in random cardboard boxes?
I mean, they're clever animals.
Are they?
I don't think they are. When I hear the term ferret, when I imagine a ferret and its actions, I imagine it trying to get through a woman's panties to her vagina so it can
Yeah.
get up in there.
I just imagine.
So like,
I would love to go to a ferret meeting and just meet the one who's just like, so I was hanging out with Richard Gere this weekend.
They're
Let
like,
us just say blah,
"Ooh."
blah, blah.
so you showered a lot?
You have to.
Yeah, Richard Gere's got a huge asshole.
Great guy, though. Wonderful actor.
Do you think he still gets things shoved up his asshole?
Why wouldn't he?
Why
If
wouldn't
you
you?
do it once, you can do it again and again and again. It's like the first time you ever make a chicken pot pie. You realize how good they are. I love chicken pot pie.
Well, the most recent serial shooters in Phoenix who have actually been captured is a couple of roommates named Dale Hausner and Samuel Dietman. Over 15 months, they used shotguns and rifles to shoot 25 people. They killed 8, they stabbed 2,
Terribly
and
spread.
shot and killed at least 10 dogs and horses.
They just work for a glue company.
That is terrible to kill those dogs.
People get more upset about dogs and horses because you can use them as money. You can use dogs and horses as money. Technically, you're not allowed to use people as money anymore. Technically.
No, you cannot.
Technically.
I don't think you ever could.
It's also legal to eat dog in 47 states.
Could. But the thing about horses and the thing about dogs is if you put peanut butter on the top of their mouth, it looks like they're talking. That's what
Is
they
that
do.
literally you think that's the best
no.
quality of a dog?
That's
where
what they do.
It just seems like horses represent freedom. Dogs are a man's best friend no matter what he's done to his family.
Look at Berkowitz again, bringing it back to him. He loved his damn dog, although that dog did tell him to kill.
That was the problem. Is the opposite. He hated the dog. He treated the dog like it was his boss. It's like when your friend becomes your boss. You ever worked at a job where your friend all of a sudden becomes manager?
Yes.
That was Sam. To him, where all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, now you're gonna act like you're my boss. Yesterday you were trying to lick my balls because I spilled chocolate on my pants."
Yeah, classic. I agree. But these guys were roommates. I mean, that must be difficult to work together, and then you got to go home and be together. What do you even talk about?
Oh, they loved it. In fact, what happened, how police caught them, is that they had these guys under surveillance. They broke into the Hausner household. They bugged the whole thing. And how they caught them was they heard Hausner bragging about he was, quote, the best serial killer ever.
No, the best serial killer ever
Very quiet.
keeps it mum. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, so is that where we're at right now with the Phoenix, Arizona
That's
serial
where
killer?
we're at, man.
So we haven't
got
gotten
nothing.
him. We haven't gotten him. What's his name right now?
Right now, he's just called. Actually, we don't have a name because even Dale Hausner, he had a boring-ass name too. He was called just the serial shooter.
We're going to call him the shark shooter because I'm just going to assume he farts a lot when he shoots.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yes, and we need to mock this man. And if you are in Phoenix and you see anybody sitting in an air-conditioned car, kind of huffing and breathing heavily,
Smash open the window and grab him and pull out into the street.
let him know.
Or if you are the Phoenix serial killer and you're watching, call 413-961-4263. We want to hear from you and tell you, hey man, kill Trump.
No, you cannot
No, you
say,
cannot say that.
You cannot threaten the
say
life
that.
of a
That is-
presidential.
That is the worst thing you can say.
I
You
do want to
cannot say
clarify,
that.
as Fox News' Ben Kissel, this is a satire show.
This is the funniest, that's the funniest joke I've ever said. It was sarcasm.
I see.
Sarcasm,
Very good.
which is what Trump says a lot.
Oh, well, that's
Don't
very
stop
true.
with the winking. Stop with the winking.
I wasn't winking.
Okay, stop with the winking. All right, but speaking of the phone number, let's take a call. Travis, is anybody calling us? Sure are. All right, let's take one phone call.
let's
Who is
see.
it? If is it Debbie? If it's Debbie, I will not be happy. All right, hello. You're on the internet. Yeah, you're on the internet. This is a huge deal.
This
for
is
you.
the internet.
Okay, cool.
Yes. What's going on? What's your name?
I don't know.
You
Just,
don't know your name?
just want to say, no. Well, I guess you could go
Get
with.
on. I don't like the
Charles.
call. Go with the call. Give us your name up top. Good Lord, you're a total failure. One shot.
I've made this Monday.
Travis, what else? Give us another call. Good Lord.
You're now,
Just
now
know
you're,
your
starting to
name.
sound, you're starting to sound like Bill O'Reilly screaming.
Send me another do
call."
it live. I'm just saying. All right.
Well, while we're waiting for the call, the next topic
Yes,
we have
let's
is
do it.
so what's this man's name?
This is okay.
This
so-
is Graham.
Yes, this is Graham. What happened is an artist, a trauma surgeon, and a car crash expert all got together to design a human that is evolved specifically to survive car crashes. That is the only thing that this thing named Graham is designed for.
That is too specific for a person.
Travis,
First of all, what about a person who can love another? What another person that can sing the best song, that can write the best poem?
Well, that they can also that you don't have to not. Maybe Graham is a great poet.
I don't know. I'm gonna put this. Graham is a 1 out of 10 would fuck for me.
Well, I think
I'm not into it. I would not have sex with Graham.
He's a 10 out of 10 because you're never going to get a sad phone call that your boyfriend or girlfriend is dead. Travis, in a car accident, that is. Travis, show the guy. Show Graham here.
let's watch
start
The
The
with
truth
this
is that cars have evolved a lot faster than we have.
The strongest man cannot hold himself from going forwards in a car accident because the forces are so great.
That looks like me.
The most significant part of the body for injury is the head. Our bodies are just not equipped to handle the forces in common crash
Looks like a
scenarios.
Don't
Graham.
want to meet Graham.
The only person designed to survive
full shot.
on our road.
I'm going to say, I love Graham. What is it, 8 nipples on that guy?
Eight nipples.
Yeah, he looks like a dog. I only got these 2 big flappers, and then I got like kind of medium ones here. Am I safe?
No. See, what Graham has is that he has these deposits of fat.
I'm so
here,
fucking wet.
and oh, goddamn, you're wet. Yeah. Here, and here. Because what those deposits of fat actually do is
What?
they spread
They
out
absorb
the
the
shock
shock waves. And so you can see right now, so look at this, I kind of getting a little bit of lines here, which is cool, because I've been doing crunches.
No, that's
But now
not
I'm only,
cool.
my lungs are safe.
You've been doing crunches?
Yeah.
I think he's been eating a bunch of crunches. Kind of a funny joke there. If you think about do not! Kind of a funny bit there.
Also,
wow.
Graham sort of looks like a Latvian basketball player.
A little bit.
He looks like one of the, what was that guy named, like, Djordjeback that played for the Utah Jazz?
There was a fellow named George Mirasan, but I don't think that's who you're referencing.
He looked like Andre the Giant. No, what's his name? The Billy Crystal Giant one.
That's
That's
George,
George
Mirasan.
Mirazon. Yeah, my giant.
Yes, and he is a giant.
Which sounds like he's a slave to Billy Crystal.
And he
That's
kind of
my
was.
giant.
Yes. As a giant, I thought that movie wasn't offensive. It was fine. We all love to be owned by a Billy Crystal.
I'm his owner. This is my giant.
Yeah. What you?
Suck your own dick. Suck your own dick.
I gotta
giant.
say, he's a pretty good master.
Yeah, suck
Hey.
yeah. Now do it. Do it while I film it so I can show my mom.
this is where the job gets hard.
Yeah, it's hard to do it on the stream.
Yeah.
Also, kind of looks like a big old Greek woman.
But this is, how incredible is that, though? Because you could almost argue this man is more evolved than we are.
No, my brain is just. This is just.
He could be very smart.
This is just a candelabra for a magnificent brain.
That man who looks like a slightly dumpier Ed Larson from the Round Table of Gentlemen. Google it if you don't know what that is. It's a great show here on Cave Comedy Radio. He could be very intelligent.
What if they accidentally also gave him the perfect tongue for eating pussy?
Oh my God, 8 nipples and that kind of tongue?
They just snuck it in there. It was like, he also could fucking muff dive until the sun explodes.
Yeah.
He's a long tongue that can extend out and go sling, 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 sling.
I mean, we sit here, we laugh at this man, but technically, in the future, cars aren't going anywhere. He's what we should look like.
He doesn't
He's
exist.
He's gonna be the David Beckham in 2083. That man will be looked at as more attractive than Tom Brady, David Beckham, and another attractive male,
So now
all combined.
It's just whoever lives while the smart cars are driving us around. Essentially, that's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like back in the day when Henry VIII was just the most attractive because he was the fattest, because being fat meant you had riches.
Yeah, why wouldn't he? Of course he's attractive. I mean, back in the day, if you were a king and you couldn't see your penis, it didn't even matter because you had so many people wanting to see it for you.
Yeah. Oh, we got a phone call?
All right,
Give it
let's
to
take
us,
a call.
titties. Travis's titties. Titties is our
No,
producer,
that's
Travis.
not the name of our producer.
That's actually his
name is
legal
Travis.
last
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Was this some kind of pizza party, guys? It's 8 o'clock at night.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi,
What's your name?
Abby.
Hey, Abby. Thanks for calling in.
How old are you, Abby?
I'm 25.
Okay, good.
All right.
That's great.
Okay.
Abby, what's your query?
I'm sorry.
What's your question?
Do you have a question or do you just want to make a statement?
I'm not sure to call in and
You just don't, you have nothing to say at all.
This is not compelling
Abby,
television.
no, it is, and this is the internet. This is technically compelling
No,
internet.
no, this is new
Abby, we're
television.
together. We're at an Arby's. What are you buying? And how much do I have to spend?
Abby, got to answer! Abby, you've got to answer immediately!
You know what? This is actually Debbie.
Cut
This
it.
is
Oh, I
Debbie.
knew it was Debbie.
The
I
whole
knew it
thing's
was
falling
Debbie.
apart. Always alone.
So
By the
listen-
way, you get the mozzarella sticks. They're only $2.99. Okay.
That's disgusting. Never get mozzarella.
Oh, Arby's is one of the
You're
best.
literally the new Hitler. All right.
Arby's was around during that time.
So this next piece we're going to cover is about art.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're done with the man who could survive the plane crash or
Oh,
the,
yes.
the car
He's already
crash's
dead to me.
grab.
Yeah.
He's not dead. He's very exciting. Art comes in all different varieties. Sometimes it's painting, sometimes it's a podcast, and sometimes it's beautiful music.
Sometimes it's music.
Let's hear from one of our favorite outsider artists.
I screaming inside my head. Oh no. Oh boy. I don't know who I am. It's like my name no longer Roy.
His name's no longer Roy.
Oh no boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's not really on meter.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh
Oh
boy.
boy. Thank you.
I don't can laugh no more.
What?
I don't come likes no more.
It's like
You
my
know the
life
lyrics.
is dark as the majestic mountains of my motherland and loose of onion. I try to hide pain with horror. But the act is meaningless and I feel shame. Oh no, oh boy,
Oh, oh boy.
Who is this?
oh boy. Oh boy, oh no.
Cool.
Oh, spaghetti-o.
What?
Wow.
He's got humor in there.
Question, who sings that?
I think that's actually Bjork's brother, Bjork.
Norsh. Also, I imagine if it was called Ice Creaming inside my head.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
yeah.
And a great reference to Albert Fish, Part 1. Go and check it out. Listen to it if you haven't heard last podcast on the left yet when we discuss Mr. Fish. It gets pretty creepy, and he smells worse than his last name, the creature named after his last
He
name.
probably smells almost worse than this studio currently smell.
Jose makes me smell good.
He is literally the heat coming off of him. It's like you're a comet's tail. But Albert Fish, the way I like to describe him is imagine his body is like he's like a soft, mushy crab apple, but he's got a hard little stem.
Oh, I like that.
And that stem is this fucking searching penis.
Yeah, and speaking of a stem, if you haven't heard the episode yet, one of Albert Fish's favorite things to do was to take a rose, stand in front of a mirror, stick the stem up his penis, and then prance around. Henry,
Like-
what would that look like? Come on.
That's kind of nice, actually.
I imagine it's something like it's jaunty, going like I'm just a vase and no, I'm just a rat in a cage. In a rat in a cage. What's that song?
Bullet with butterfly
Bullet
wings.
with butterfly wings. He's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm really
Well-
glad that he's dead.
Yeah.
And you can find his grave. It's the one with the single rose that grows from it.
Kiss from a rose on the
That's
grave.
actually what the song was about. People thought Seal wrote that for Batman Returns, I believe, but
Yeah.
it was actually for Albert Fish and the rose that he would stick up his penis. So that's kind of an interesting story.
Man, Heidi Klum was a very brave woman.
Oh my goodness!
Can't believe she loved that scar-faced monster.
Well, he did. Seal had some issues there. He was beat up a bit as a child.
His first name was Walrus.
Isn't that something?
Wait, we have a phone call.
All right, we got a phone call. Debbie.
This better be better. This is
I mean,
this literally this is
no, I think they've been good.
Whoever's on the phone call. Excuse me. Hello. Are you there?
Yes, hey.
Henry, I'll take it. Are you there?
Yes. Sorry, the phone system's a little bit garbage.
You're a
Can you
little
hear
bit
me?
garbage.
The phone system is...
Okay, fine.
All right, what do you want to hear? What do you want us to say? What do you want?
I was just trying to get a call where somebody actually responded to you guys. Hey, love the show. You introduced me to Chaos Magic and stuff. That has done good shit for me. Hail
Awesome.
Satan.
What has Chaos Magic done for you?
Just introduced me to abstract thought and just like got me working on my life a bit better.
That's actually really great. Have you come on
I'm not
anything
going to
yet?
specify.
Have you done anything? Have you done any sigil like jerk off magic?
Yes.
Fuck yeah!
Congratulations,
all
my
right,
friend.
all
I'm
right.
so happy we could help you out with all that insane stuff, and the best of luck to you.
Hail Satan.
Thanks, folks.
Hail yourself.
Thank you, folks.
All right,
Hail
let's do
Satan.
one more. I like that. Thanks. I love how good folks. I gotta say, good folks. All right, one more, Travis.
One more, Travis!
I'm not yelling like that.
It just turns slowly into becoming your CEO, where it's like, Deborah.
I do. It is interesting. Hello, how are you?
Hello. Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm in a subway right now, but then I'm leaving.
Oh, that's exciting. You're in a Subway restaurant or a Subway like a train?
You're aiding and abetting a child molester.
No, like a train. No, I was
okay.
I was like, I'm gonna try to call them and see if I can get on.
That's amazing. Well, you did get on. What train are you on?
I got off it. I was gonna get on the end.
Uh-huh.
But now I'm running.
Do
So
you
if
have
I,
a
like,
question?
don't-
Well, no, I did ask that. Okay, so anything you want to talk about? Let's just spitball it out there. Sure, I'm free on Friday.
You don't. How old are you?
Okay.
She's on this train. You have to be 18 to ride.
No, you don't have to be
Well, I think
18 to
you can.
ride. Always ask how old they are first.
No. So wait, I'm 23.
Okay,
Perfect.
good. Okay, leave
Good
it.
age. Good age.
All right, go ahead,
Good.
Kissels. Be
I'm an
disgusting.
adult. It's fine. It's fine. No worries.
Thank you. This is really going well.
So
for
what's
me.
your question?
Jesus, leave her alone.
But, I'm sorry. I'm overwhelmed.
Are you,
You know
are
what?
you at gunpoint?
No, you don't have to be
Oh, is this a
overwhelmed.
hostage situation? Well, whoever it is, let her go. Let that woman
Okay,
go.
sorry.
What's that?
I'm outside, yeah, so I can hear.
Okay, very good. Any question you want to have? Do you have something for Marcus, myself, or H-Bone? Anyone?
Here's Reborn's not coming back.
It's not coming back.
Your pretty face is going to hell, though. AdultSwim.com. That is coming back.
Check that
October.
out.
You got to check it out.
You can watch me on Fox News tonight. She's gone. She's been killed by her kidnapper. All
I got
right,
a good
great.
plug-in, though.
No, you did. Great
It's
job.
about grassroots. You have to build an audience one at a time. Your pretty face is going to hell. We need to build it up. And
I
that's
agree.
a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Check out Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. What do you want? Season 3, 4?
3.
3.
You don't know my life.
I don't know.
You don't know what I do.
I purposely, look away from it. What do you call that?
right.
Avoid it.
This next one, is this one about bodies?
Well, you know what? We have plenty of time. Do you want to talk about Your Pretty Faces Going to Hell right here on Adult Swim? I mean, this would be the
No,
place to
I
do
just
it.
desperately need them to fucking watch it. They just need to watch it. It speaks for itself. It's very good.
All right.
That's not me being desperate.
Favorite guest star that you met on this season?
Screech.
Screech was very nice. Now, this is true apparently about Screech. It was a stunt penis in the pornography film.
Yes, it's true. He wasn't really fucking.
Huh. So, I think I'm going to watch it now. All right. So check out Your Pretty Faces Going to Hell. It has Screech, but unfortunately his stunt penis double wasn't able to make a cameo.
It was
this season.
Danny DeVito.
It was a Danny DeVito.
Danny
I would imagine
DeVito
Danny DeVito's got one of those.
I honestly
Yeah.
imagine, because he's got a body like a tangerine,
Yeah.
you know he's got a cock like a
Oh, he's
robot.
got to. Get Rhea Perlman is
I
a
bet
dime.
you
I mean,
it's about this thick. Like
Yeah.
this thick.
Wow.
But nish. Like a fucking hockey puck.
Really?
And he just slaps it against Rhea Perlman because
Isn't
her
that
clit's like
some-
the size of a grape.
And she's wearing a goalie mask. Isn't that wild?
Gotta have sex.
Gotta have some
That's
fun.
how you have sex.
Love Danny DeVito. I loved him when he was the Penguin in Batman there. All right, so now we just got inside of our heads with that great Russian hit, and I do believe that was a Russian hit, by the way.
I don't know if it was a hit.
It was a hit.
It definitely came from Russia.
It was one of Vladimir Putin's nephews. Yes.
I guess I will not shoot your children. I cannot do Russian accent.
No one should do a Russian accent. The entire culture should have sort of been eradicated there. But
Not a controversial stance.
I don't think we can't be
Wait,
super
you're
pro-Russian.
on notice.
Russians,
You're
no,
on notice.
I'm not
Can
on
we put-
notice.
can we put
Russia
an
is
on notice
anti-gay.
graphic
You can't even,
On notice.
No, I'm not on notice. Russia is
Travis, put up on
anti-gay,
the on notice
anti-woman. I am not on notice.
On notice.
He's threatened to kill a current running presidential candidate.
Promise to kill.
Oh my God.
Current
All right,
running
Marcus is gonna
presidential
freak out over here if we don't stop this.
On notice.
On notice.
That's on notice. That means I'm
you.
on notice.
Thank you,
Chubby
Travis.
bastard, looking like. That's not even a character he was doing for a sketch show. That's just a selfie he took when he was looking in the mirror getting ready for work.
Well, our next topic today is.
Speaking of
I
man
wish you
tits.
really had destroyed my feelings. Oh God. Fine.
All right, well, you saw the man tits that are on Henry, but that pales in comparison to the man tits on this next dude.
Ooh, this guy's got some.
We talked about him up top.
God,
Snow cheese,
absolutely.
snow cheese.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of the Richard Speck murders. Richard Speck was a guy that broke into a nurse's dormitory in 1966 and murdered 8 nurses in one night.
Because normally nurses stand tit to tit in a circle.
Kind of
And
erotic.
it's easy to just slash through, because he was just going through with a fucking scimitar. Like an Arabian warrior.
Yeah, it's not right what he did to those nurses.
No.
Nurses heal the world. Nurses are what make all of us. They're the reasons that many of our parents and grandparents are still alive.
What happened in the background?
Nurses are the unsung heroes of the hospital, and we need to show them a lot more respect than Richard Speck did.
Well, I want to say thank you to the nurse that slowly fed my horrible grandmother, the morphine that killed her.
And of course, that was Nurse Kevorkian.
Yes.
The Zabrowski family went to a controversial hospital that was in an apartment in Queens. Okay.
So this guy, Richard Speck, he killed 8 nurses. The 9th one got away because Richard Speck was murdering so much and so furiously that night that he lost track of how many nurses he had to kill.
It's like, I don't know how many beers I've drinking.
Yeah.
So he was caught 2 days later and was identified by a tattoo on his arm that said, "Born to Raise Hell."
Cool.
Yeah.
If he
It
didn't
is a-
kill those people.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good tattoo if you don't murder a whole group of. It's a good tattoo if it's kind of ironic. You know, when you're a
Yeah.
priest.
Well, you see, no, then that's fucking, because obviously you're molesting children.
That's very true.
If you see a priest as the Born to Raise Hell thing, he may as well have 2 knee pads also tattooed onto his knees.
That I don't. Yeah,
From blowing little children.
From blowing children. From
Yeah.
him blowing them.
But then them blowing him,
I think
and
they
so
would
then
have-
he's got, there's a whole thing, he's got tripod
don't wanna
joints
get
also
into
like
the-
put onto the sides of his
The
knees.
logistics would make that's more of a kissing.
It is a pandemic across this country.
Either way,
See
Richard
the
Speck,
movie Spotlight.
Yeah,
terrible person, Mr. Speck is.
Yeah, he was sentenced to death in 1967. That was commuted to a life sentence in 1972, and we temporarily abolished the death penalty 16 years later, in 1988, Richard Speck resurfaced in one of the most bizarre videos that I have ever seen, which we will watch a small part of that video right now.
And this is Chicago for you.
More shocking than Speck's lack of remorse was his change in appearance. Apparently through the use of hormones,
my
he had
God.
transformed his body to ensure his survival in one of America's most dangerous prisons.
Yeah, he did.
He had
Yep.
He grew tits.
the female body that made him very desirable to inmates. The
He looks
breasts,
like-
This is on A&E. It's on YouTube.
you know, silk, feminine underwear.
It's
were
just
all
man
part of
titties.
The scheme
He looks like the guy from the
by
Six
which
Flags
he kept
commercials.
himself alive, and not only alive, but well supplied with goodies like liquor and cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Here it is.
he was what's known as a queen bee in the penitentiary.
More like
and it
Queen
worked.
Barf.
He didn't get killed like Dahmer. Absolutely cunning survivor.
Oh, fuck yeah, right there. That's a sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Man, those tits!
Oh,
Can we
yeah.
actually do that thing? Can we focus back on the tits for 1 second?
Do you want to focus
I want
back
to
on
look
his
at the
breasts?
breasts really quick. Can we get
Yeah,
the
yeah, there we
titties?
go. Yeah,
Titties,
yeah.
Travis?
Yeah, let's see those.
Let's take a look here.
Now those are what technically you call bananas.
Those are banana boat breasts. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it. It's got a fun. It's almost like that amusement ride that
Wait,
killed
look,
that
look.
poor child.
Can you see us over that like that?
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
Yeah.
See, whatever you see, they see.
Oh,
Oh, now you want to touch his breasts. You think that's a nice thing to do? Now you're doing that, Marcus.
Yeah.
You think that's appropriate?
Stroking them.
This man murdered 8 women. And
Now she's a beautiful woman, and don't you shame him.
well, I'm just saying.
All right, because that's disgusting that you would shame his body.
I do believe he is part of a protected class at this point in time, but we cannot neglect to remember that he did murder a series of women that had much better breasts than he does.
Yeah, that man that appeared in the video with him, that would be one Ronzel Honeybun Larimore.
So he's hanging out with Honeybun, Speck and Honeybun, and now what was he in there for? Do we know?
I do not know
Something
the criminal
terrible.
record of Honeybun.
having a good time.
If you imagine the conversation just sitting around and it's like, man, you know, Richie, I love fucking you, but I had this crazy dream the other night. You know what I was thinking, man?
What's that?
You should grow some breasts. And Richie's
Halfway
just
there.
like, all right.
I mean, it was a different time, and they actually used that tape as proof that the Chicago prison system, the Illinois prison system, and the national prison system has run amok, and that is why we
Yeah,
have such
you get cocaine in
harsh
prison?
standards
Well,
for
'cause
imprisonment
Dude,
today.
with
Didn't we
1997,
literally
when
have,
was
like,
this?
footage of him blowing Honeybun and like, and they were just trading drugs and
Yeah.
stuff, and then all of Congress,
Yeah.
all of Congress,
Not all of Congress, the Illinois State Legislature in a closed session.
So the worst fuckers in the world got
The
to sit
wor-
down and
Yeah.
they watched a video of that man, Richard Speck, with his Faye Reagan beautiful breasts, blowing another man, and they all had to sit going, something about this ain't right.
Something
And also, you know that 3 of them are in like, what kind of crime do I have to commit to get into that jail?
Yep. Gotta murder 8 nurses.
Because it was literally like the Jailhouse Rock jail. Because you know the movie, you know the video from Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah, I don't know if they were spelling, though.
They were homosexually charged in that video.
Yeah,
They were
okay.
making love to
Maybe.
each other. Yes, obviously.
Schoolhouse Rock?
Elvis Presley was in jail. You don't think everyone was licking their chops to get up in his
Oh,
bush
you're
hair?
talking about
Jailhouse.
Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I
Schoolhouse
said
Rock.
jail.
He said
Jailhouse Rock.
He said
You
said
heard.
Schoolhouse Rock.
I love learning.
Schoolhouse Rock.
I like
That's
to learn.
disgusting. I'm literally gonna walk.
You're gonna walk out of here?
You just think of Jailhouse. You think of Schoolhouse Rock. It's like me talking about Bang Bus and you thinking about Magic School Bus.
That is kind of very, yes, I understand different thoughts.
Well, 3 years after that video was shown, Richard Speck died of a heart attack in 1991.
Literally
too
from
much fun.
literally like John Belushi.
He died from having too much fun.
Tell
That's
me about
it.
Too much of a good thing is sometimes not enough. I think that's what it is. There's no such thing as too much of a good thing.
Well, it's just, it's sad because they didn't understand why they were being filmed. You know, they were like, oh, we're being
bragging.
filmed because everyone loves us. No, in reality, it's to make the party. This is the last party you're ever going to have.
No, actually, I found out today. What that was actually filmed for is they were filming a fake news show just for fun. Like that, they were just having a good day.
So they were doing like
they
MTV,
were
like
doing-
Kurt Loder news.
Yeah, they were doing a fake news show where they were interviewing Richard Speck about the murders.
And he was just bragging about it.
He was just
so like,
bragging about it, yeah. Yeah, because when they asked him how he felt when he killed the nurses, he said, "I had no feeling."
Yeah, he said he always felt nothing.
Yeah, he felt nothing. Yeah,
Which is sad, but now he's having fun.
In the afterlife?
Yeah, but now you think, no, but up until his death, he was having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until he found his calling, which was growing breasts and doing cocaine. in
But you
prison.
don't get to keep your fake breasts in the afterlife. Although I do believe, I guess they were real breasts because he was on estrogen treatment, so they weren't implants. Maybe he does have the biggest tits in heaven.
But that is chaos magic in itself, right? Is that you technically a fake breast, but they're not fake breasts because they're made out of your own meat. They're real breasts. So now you're a woman, except you got a penis and you like having sex with men. You consider yourself a man, but you have breasts. Flip it, reverse it. You're still a man. Am I doing right math?
Am I doing right math?
So, Richard Speck. I mean, how fascinating
Oh yeah,
is
50
this guy?
years on last July, on July 14th. That was 50 years that happened.
Man.
Terrible, terrible person. Always be ready to kill. If
That
anyone
and-
has a tattoo that approaches you that says "born to do bad" or
Raise hell.
raise hell, you take the initiative. You raise hell. Take them down.
Is this also the same year as the Bad Company came out? Bad Company's Bad Company?
Bad Company's song "Bad Company" on the album "Bad Company," not a creative group of artists.
No, they knew how to brand themselves.
Strangely enough, though, this was the year that Panther Man by Panther Man on the album Panther Man came out.
I love Panther Man.
Little known band, Panther Man.
How do you have anyone?
He actually
how-
has
how
a
are you-
very attractive girlfriend.
Oh, pickle girlfriend?
Yes, you have a very beautiful girlfriend. We all actually have beautiful girlfriends.
We do technically all have beautiful. Well, not technically, we do. Yeah.
We do. No, yeah, we don't technically.
But if we tell them that, then they're gonna leave us. So we have to sort of.
Well,
Are
that's
you saying that you?
this
Are you
next
saying that
video.
you? Are you saying that you neg your girlfriend, your long-term girlfriend?
While you have her, technically.
While you already have her?
I neg?
Yeah.
Seems racist. I'm not going to even participate in the racist games, and I won't be caught up in something like that. I'm running for Congress in 2020.
Oh man,
So there's no way this video is going
I
to come
can't wait
back.
for the election/apology tour. That is that election.
Big. Out of your room, out of your womb, out of your wallet. Vote Kissel.
Kissel 2020.
So this next thing is about how all bodies are a part of the human rainbow, and every part of that rainbow is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what the last one was about.
Yeah, just like Richard Speck, I'm sure a lot of you out there spend a lot of time on the internet. And if you spend a lot of time on the internet, I'm sure that you've come across the phenomenon known as the feeder gainer.
Now, I'd like to
fetish.
do right now, if honestly, if you are watching us but also masturbating to porn at the same time, just stop it for a fucking second.
Well, stop watching us and finish what you're doing.
No.
Why would you want to take? I'm not trying to take that pleasure away from somebody.
They can jerk off in 15 minutes. Right now, we're going to talk about something else. All right? So just put it down. The feeder gainer a fetish is involving enjoying watching someone eat in front of you or gain a significant amount of weight while you sort of jerk off at them.
Well, it's about being empowered, right? So usually the gainer, that's obviously the person who is being fed, and the feeder is obviously the one who is feeding. The feeder tends to be the one who is able to hunt and gather, and the gainer is the one who gets to take care of the house.
I don't think
aka
hunter. Now
the
we're
bear.
making this very
No.
druidic.
20th,
It's not-
That's what it
20th
is.
century, 21st
That's what it's
century
based in.
hunter-gathering means that they give to their PayPal account. So
So it's
technically,
like cam girls.
Yeah, it's like cam girls, but
Oh,
with
there's that aspect too,
horrible, very horribly overweight.
And I want to say, I used to be 380 pounds. I lost 160 pounds, and you know what? Biggest career mistake of my life. I could have been huge. I would have.
You were huge.
I would have been. I would have been huge, and I would have been very wealthy had I not lost all that weight.
But I just want to say right now, this is a very sincere thank you to Lena Dunham for taking her surprising body and, like the Kool-Aid woman, bursting through the door and saying, "Oh yeah," to different types of bodies.
Even children of very wealthy, well-to-do, established parents can
With
make
full
it.
Hollywood connections and millions of dollars in the bank.
Yeah.
It's just like
Man.
even they can make it.
They can make it.
And this video shows that, like, no matter what it is that you look like, whatever it is that you're into, somebody is willing to jerk off onto their own mouth thinking about you.
Let's see it.
It's amazing. It's amazing to actually love being fat.
Why is
How
the
many
bottom
people
half
out
got
there
no hair?
really love being fat and want to be fatter? I don't think it's a lot. But if they knew how good it could feel, they might be interested.
I mean, I think he is just he's brave, and I'm proud of that man.
What was his name?
His name was
Double Belly BHM.
And he does have a double belly, and that's what he's going for. I don't know if he wraps a rope around his stomach as he eats.
No, that's a natural
I'm not sure.
fold.
Is that a natural fold?
Well, I mean, if you're wondering how he eats, let's watch him eat real fast.
All right, let's check that out. I would love to
Let's
see
see how
if
he trains.
I guarantee you it's very similar
Fat attack
to how
snack.
I eat at 2 a.m.
Oh, I'm getting one of my fat attacks.
Uh-oh, classic.
Man.
That's where suddenly it just comes on me that I want to have something to eat.
It's like a Halloween costume where
So
you're
that I
just
can
two
get-
big pancakes.
I'm fatter. I'm getting
yeah.
this nice girdle of fat and a deeper belly button and a little bit more hang.
Nice.
But I still have more to go. Yeah, and this is one of my favorite fat snacks.
Yeah.
Ice cream, pound cake, whipped cream. A lot of calories here.
That is true. That is true. That's a lot of Weight Watchers points.
Absolutely delicious.
Oh, the teeth click on the spoon.
You know what? I think that's
We
good.
can-
We've seen enough. I gotta say,
I'm glad that Travis is still playing at the other
that's
monitor.
nice.
That's really great.
We'll always see it.
That's someone's roommate.
It is.
Literally,
It is somebody's brother. It's somebody's father, perhaps.
Someone is literally sitting in the other room because I've done that. I have done
You've
that
done that?
celebration. I've been
You
alone.
made your stomach
and
look
I've
like
literally
a
just been
plant from.
Like, I'm like, oh fuck. Like when you sitting and eating food and you don't wear a shirt because you know you're gonna get soup all over yourself and it gets all up in your hair and shit.
I don't think so, Henry. I have
What?
to say, his stomach looks like one of the plants from Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
What? Doesn't it? It looks like it's about to snap down.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
no,
but
you're
that's
not
the
that
thing.
fat
Is that
yet.
like, Henry, you've got like that fold right there, you know, where you've got the little marks where it folds all the time?
I don't think we
But
should
there's-
show that.
But there's hair on both sides. But that guy, double belly, he doesn't have.
Well,
he doesn't have.
This
he
is
doesn't
what
have hair on
you're
the
doing
bottom.
an act out on
See?
this. You thought this was a good idea.
See,
Henry.
there's supposed to be hair, like there's hair on both sides.
Yeah, but you're not.
here.
Yeah, I have
Up and
hair.
down.
I have hair.
No
here.
one wants to
He
see. It
has-
looks like
it
pizza.
goes up, and it goes down. There's,
All right,
See,
this
look,
is
show it on the video.
yeah,
this is
show-
how an Italian
show it.
dreams. I can't
Yeah,
even.
See?
Oh.
Yeah, over there. See that? And then look, there's no hair on that
See,
one.
but I've lost a lot of weight.
All right, come on, sit down. For crying out loud.
It
What
is
wrong
weird.
with you?
It's
You and your
probably
pizza
fake.
dough belly.
My belly's I'm the tightest I've ever been.
Yeah, but you're still extremely
Why would he shave the
overweight.
bottom of his stomach?
Yeah, look at this fucking.
You have one bicep.
No, man, I got fucking huge.
Actually, I'm gonna stick with the one bicep. One is much stronger than the other there. All right, and put Henry's photo up there. That's
That
how
was after Wolf of Wall Street where I made money. All right, I made solid ass fucking cash doing that. Now I'm fucking built. I'm the strongest I've ever been.
All right, we got one more story, and it involves. What's that? What do you want to say?
I mean, before we get to the last story, we have to see how people actually react to this feeder gainer phenomenon
Good
on
point.
YouTube. We're gonna have to.
All right.
We need to read some of the comments on the feeder gainer.
They legitimately
YouTube
are
page.
less divisive about
They're
his
nice.
being fat than any
Yeah.
television show you'll ever see. Than this podcast. I'm certain that the chat feed is just like us, just being like, gay, 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 like just people just saying horrible shit about it.
Hey, Lupe
And-
Rodriguez,
yeah, it's
you're
about
over
that.
there reading the chat.
Yeah.
It's half and half. How much hate are we getting on the chat?
1/4 maybe.
Oh, that's not so
Oh,
bad.
that's not even
1/4 is
bad.
great.
Those are
Right.
lonely people, yeah.
Yeah. No, I love it when people waste their time hating something.
Why wouldn't they? All right, so you're gonna some comments. Read some comments about Chubby Guy there.
Let's see here, Henry.
You, sir, are a well-fed mountain well worth the climb.
Not bad.
Chewy Bun says, gave me a Woody. It's got 2 exclamation points on it.
Why wouldn't it?
Bloody Goku 123 says, can you make a vor video where you pretend to eat someone and burp as they move in that belly of yours and act like they try to escape through your mouth but end up get gulped back down and you burp a lot as you rub that belly of yours? Please do it, please.
To which he replied, "Okay, I can film that."
All right, very good. So
Consumer
everyone,
to product to consume.
that's right. We don't even need management. We don't need the industry.
That's
we are.
the Amazon of fat boys
That's right.
sending fat videos to other fat boys that
Yeah.
masturbate.
Let's do. Do we have time for one more phone call, Travis? Can we please get somebody?
Somebody of substance.
I mean, they're all of substance. Everybody matters.
No, it's only I want someone of the higher echelon society, a businessman, an oil magnate, Somebody
I don't
big.
know if oil magnates are watching us.
I want somebody who's got I want to know who is following the money that made 9/11 allowed to happen.
I technically know Karl Rove, a very nice man.
Ugh.
Yeah, you met him once.
Yeah, I know him, so technically I know it. All right, Travis, no calls?
No calls. If you'd like to call us, call 413-961-4263.
Ladies and
Too
gentlemen,
real.
it wasn't that there were no calls. Travis just unplugged the goddamn device before the show is even over. All right, we're jumping over to the final story. Now, this involves a fella named Porco, but it's not nearly as fun or as fat as the last couple of stories.
It's really not.
Christopher Porco was a college student who murdered his father, attempted to murder his mother, but ultimately failed in 2004. He took an axe to them while they were sleeping after him and his parents had a money dispute. That is the axe in question right there. The money dispute was actually Porco had forged his dad's signature on a loan to pay for his college tuition and a sick-ass Jeep Wrangler.
No, it was neon yellow.
It was neon yellow.
That I know for a fact is a very
That's
good.
why it was sick.
What was the name of the? There's a really good. I think it's Dateline on the story, the Porco story, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
But this is what happens when you have children and don't give them every single thing that they want. They will kill you.
Unless, of course, they gave him everything that he wanted, and mostly he wanted an axe.
Never give your child a weapon. They will turn it on you. That's why if I ever have a child, they are going to be literally handcuffed to a bed until they are 17.
I'm going to give him a gun, but it doesn't know how to fire properly, and then it backfires, and so they get a bunch of smoke in their face.
So you wanted to pull a Looney Tunes prank
Yeah,
on your
you
son.
want Yosemite Sam as your son?
Well, he will be.
He will be. But I will say kids are very dangerous. And so technically the parents, I'm not going to say they deserve what they got because...
They did not.
No, they absolutely did
No,
not.
we did not. So let's get into some detail on the Porco story.
Yeah, Porco actually had a history of fraud and theft. His favorite scam was to sell non-existent items on eBay, and then when the person who bought them asked them, hey, where is my package, Porco would propose as his brother and tell him, sorry, I can't do it, Christopher is dead.
Excellent. Good way to do it. Take yourself out of the equation.
Yeah.
He also used to break into people's homes, steal electronics, and sell them on eBay as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So on November 15th, 2004, that is when Christopher Porco decides that it is time for his parents to go. He drove to his parents' home in Bethlehem, New York, from the University of Rochester, went into the bedroom, and rained down blow after blow with an axe.
It's a mean thing to do to your parents, and I think it's the meanest weapon to use because axes tend to be attributed to breaking in, to firemen breaking into burning buildings and saving lives.
America's superheroes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he took that superhero's cape and he used it to almost kill his parents.
Well,
not almost.
Well, one of them. So what's really famous here is that what happened with his father after he already received a fatal head wound.
Yeah.
His mother got smashed in the face with the axe, and now she just got kind of like a crisscross face. She doesn't look good anymore.
not as bad
Is
as the
she
chimp
still-
lady, but still pretty bad.
So still alive.
I would say it's chimp lady, that lady that does like the plastic surgery who look like a cat, and then his mom.
And chimp lady, really, I blame big pharmaceuticals. They got that chimp all hopped up on antidepressants
I blame
and OxyContin.
Francis Ford Coppola and the wine companies because that chimp was chock full of sweet red wine as well.
I agree, and I love Napa Valley.
So what happened to the father is that Christopher Porco rained 16 blows down on his father's head. He split the skull open and whacked off the jaw, but the father, in complete and total shock, went through his daily routine.
I think we can all agree Porco would be a terrible baseball player.
Well, honestly,
16 blows.
This is the thing.
And
You forget that's actually a lot of ab work.
Yeah.
Axing is like axe work. They said it's really good. It's good core work.
Of course.
And if you're not working your core, you're not gonna get the torque that you need to really cleave off your father's head. Right? He's also not doing it at the right angle. There's a lot of problems in here. You should have talked to me before we did it.
Well, no, we would have talked him out of it.
Yeah, so first, the elder Porco goes to the bathroom.
God damn.
It's the bathroom right there.
So keep
Man,
in
I
mind,
can't
no
believe they
jaw
got,
here.
Can't believe they got chocolate syrup all over the toilet like that.
Kind of strange, yeah.
Then, even though his jaw was gone, he goes to the sink and tries to shave.
Now he's in total shock at this
Total
point
and
because
complete
he
shock.
did it while they were in dead sleep. And so he came out and wandered into his morning routine. And I gotta say, it's not comical, but imagine him using mouthwash.
Kind of bizarre. Goes right to the ground there. But imagine how much he's gonna save on shaving razors.
Oh, I mean,
there's no chance.
yeah, essentially he's gonna die in 45 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then after he shaves, he goes down to the kitchen and he leaves bloody handprints on the walls trying to steady himself the whole way down. So there's an entire hallway with just these bloody handprints.
And thank you. I want to thank Henry Zabrowski. When I am near death, whenever that moment might come, I am going to think, I'm saving a bunch of future money. You know, won't be spending cash.
Think about the savings.
Think about the savings.
No more
in
life
debt.
insurance, no more rent, no
That's
more
it.
electricity.
Metro cards every week? I don't
need
think
aid
so.
anymore.
Who cares?
Paying for dates to go be with a person. Paying
Making
for
money.
presents for your family.
Making money.
On their birthdays. You're making money.
You ain't spending money, you're making money.
Yeah, and then the elder Porco, he makes it down to the kitchen and actually loads the dishwasher. He starts doing chores.
Yeah, cleaning never ends.
I just feel like he really honored his wife, who always wanted him to do chores.
Clean the dishwasher! You never blow the dishwasher!
The one time he remembers.
Just happened not to have a chin there.
Oh, man.
and
I
then-
hate emptying the dishwasher. That's my least favorite chore of all of them, too.
Yeah, it's terrible. So then the father sits down at the table and he signs checks to pay for his son's parking tickets
Unbelievable.
moments after the son attacked him and his wife with an axe.
It's not right, don't have children. Travis, how many phone calls we got coming in?
Just
None.
thumbs up.
Thumbs up, very good. He's plugged back in the system, and we got, what else we got here,
I am
Marcus?
so physically wet.
Yeah.
I feel like a fucking, like, I feel like, I don't know what you'd say. I'm like
Yep.
the
He's
look
wet.
at this.
Oh,
Yeah,
Look at how
he's
hot
wet.
it is in here. It's
Hey.
like, I'm like the creature from the Black Lagoon here.
All right.
Got him.
God, this is the best thing that's ever happened to the internet. Travis, one more phone call
No,
before we go.
We've got someone on the line. Hey there, what's your name?
Yeah, my name's Nick.
Nick.
All right, Nick, what do you want?
What's up? I'm trying to get last podcast.
Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah,
us,
bro.
baby.
This
You
is
got
last
us.
podcast. Last stream on the left, man.
I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome.
Love you too, dude. What do you do for a living?
Cable guy.
Fuck
Hell yeah, dude.
Where are you?
You have to hook us up.
I'm the Time Warner guy working in New York, too.
Dude,
No
let's
shit.
do this. I've been streaming.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you have to stop by my apartment.
656. You want to do?
Oh no, I am not giving my address. But stop by. Thank you so much, man. What are your favorite moments, or what do you want to say? This is literally your time. You have 30 seconds.
Dial-It-Off Pass, man. My favorite episode right there. Marcus, you killed it.
Hey, thanks,
That's
dude.
awesome.
Thank you
That's
so
it.
much,
Thank you
man.
for saying
Yeah,
that, man.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, man. And be
Great.
a
Have a good night, man.
All right,
Hail
you
Satan.
too.
You too, yeah,
Time
hail
Warner
Satan.
cable guy, more important than fireman. Mark my words there. Well, equally
Pandering.
important.
Pandering.
I love it.
Can I get
Out
an
of
on notice graphic?
Out of your room, out of your room,
On-notice
out of your
graphic for
wallet.
him. Please, can I
All
get
right.
an on notice
It's
graphic?
going to be an
He's on
interesting
notice.
campaign. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I mean, what a great experience
Your pretty
this has
face is
been.
going to hell.
All right,
You
that's
gotta
another.
check it
Yeah,
out.
that's
That's
another
a-
on
that's
notice.
a television
On notice,
show.
on notice.
On
All
notice.
right, we're gonna do this. We always do a little closer here, so and it's just we're just plugging stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm on Twitter at Ben Kissel.
Wait, we
That's-
forgot to do the last picture of the father dying.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
We'll do it then.
We've got to at least show the father. He finally collapsed in a doorway. This is the last image of the elder Porco.
Unfortunately comical.
We're getting drugged through there. All right, so check out Marcus on Twitter at
He
Marcus
looks
Sparks.
like Winnie the Pooh stuck in a honey.
Well, you know, I mean, honey
That's
is very
unfortunate.
delicious. Well,
It's an
gotta
it's
say.
an
All right, that's my first episode. I'm getting